Let's move on to our fifth and final main topic today here, shall we? Kaylee, what is our fifth main topic today?
This comes from Chris Ammett. G'day, John and crew. So Henry Cavill announced that he won't be continuing his role as Geralt after season 3, and that Liam Hemsworth will be taking on the role. Does this mean we may be closer to a Man of Steel sequel than we had originally thought of when he announced that he is back as Superman? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in. And millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror, and they were suddenly silenced. Henry Cavill is no longer going to be Geralt of Rivia after season 3. We've got him coming up in the new season. He's going to be in season 3, but then after that, he will be Geralt of Rivia no more. And everybody screamed. But hey, at least we got a wooden shoe coming in to replace him in Liam Hemsworth. We'll talk about that in just a second. All right, so he's stepping down from it. Now, this is interesting because about a year or so ago, it was mentioned that the showrunner of The Witcher was saying that she has a 7-year plan. And they asked Henry Cavill, like, can you be committed that long? And he said, absolutely. As long as they're still telling good stories, I want to keep playing this character. Now, first of all, how adorable that you think Netflix is going to keep your show around for 7 seasons.
Yeah.
Because that just don't happen. Even Stranger Things ain't going to get 7.
Now.
What's that?
It's a 4-season plan now.
Yeah, that's a 4-season plan now. Like, that's adorable that you thought Netflix would keep you around for 7 seasons. That's just adorable. But at any rate, so it is interesting that he said he would stay around, and now he's not. Now, I had a whole hell of a lot of people writing into me and asked me. I even did an open Q&A, like an Ask Me Anything in the community tab yesterday, and a lot of people wrote in and asked, do you think this has to do with Superman? And I said, one has nothing to do with the other. Like, everybody thinks, oh, somebody's going to be in a movie? Well, then they can't do the other movie. A lot of actors do 4 or 5 movies a year. It's totally fine. So I told everybody one has nothing to do with the other. But you know what? I don't know if I'm so convinced about that anymore. Because here's the thing. Season 3 is not even out yet. It was not that long ago that Henry Cavill posted those social media messages to the cast and crew of Witcher saying, hey, we just wrapped season 3. Congratulations. That was not that long ago, right? Here's where it makes me think a little something fishy. Why did they need to announce Liam Hemsworth now? A friend of mine texted me and said, you know, there was absolutely no need to announce Liam Hemsworth right now. You could have announced that in a few months, unless they're planning on going into production on season 4 real soon, like imminently soon. And if that's the case, you got to announce Liam Hemsworth now. Okay, if that's true, and we don't know that it is, but if that's true, and they needed to announce Liam Hemsworth now because they are going to be fast-tracking season 4 and moving into production that real soon, it could be that with all these announcements about Superman that because Rob, we have both heard that they are a lot closer to shooting a new Superman thing than anybody is being led on to believe. And if that's the case, then it's not that one doesn't have time to play multiple roles. It's just that if something's going to be shooting at the same time. So this could mean 2 things. Number 1, that they're going to be shooting season 4 real damn soon. And number 2, they could be going into production on a Superman movie maybe by February or March. Again, neither of which do we know to be true or a fact, but I'm just saying the speculation is there. So while I initially completely dismissed the idea that Henry leaving The Witcher had anything to do with Superman, there might be a correlation there. There might be a causality there, right? So don't know that for sure. So let's talk about what we do know for sure. Henry's not going to be Geralt of Rivia anymore. This is really tragic as a fan of the show. He is fantastic in that role. Utterly fantastic. And I know I'm a Henry Cavill fanboy, but still, he is absolutely wonderful in this role. I love him in it. And to me, this just broke my heart. Now, I don't know, maybe I didn't think season 2 was as good as season 1. If season 3 is even less good, maybe I won't even be looking forward to a season 4 or whatever. So I'm heartbroken that he won't be Geralt anymore. The choice of Liam Hemsworth as the replacement, I must admit to me, is a bit confounding. Now, let me say this. I sat down once with Liam for a good 20 to 30 minutes. This was back when they were promoting the final Hunger Games movie. the final one or two Hunger Games movies. And I had a chance to sit down, me and Liam, and I'll tell you what, this dude doesn't have a movie star cell in his body. What I mean by that is he doesn't come walking in there thinking he's all that and whatever. He was humble. He was super nice. I couldn't have enjoyed my conversation with him any more than I did. He was wonderful. That said, and I'm not trying to be mean, I have just not found him to be a really talented actor. Whether you're looking at what he did in Hunger Games or whether you're looking at, there was one movie that's a really good example, is a movie he did with Harrison Ford and Gary Oldman. Okay, he was in a movie with Harrison Ford and Gary Oldman, and he was the star. And Harrison Ford and Gary Oldman were his supporting cast. But it was this little movie, and by the way, Amber Heard was in it too, called Paranoia. And it was where he was a hacker or whatever. And boy, now maybe it had something to do with the fact that he was acting alongside two Hollywood legends, but it did not work. It wasn't a good look for him. And I have yet to see him be in anything where I thought that was an exceptional performance. Unlike, say, his brother, where you watch something like, what was the car race film? Was it called Rush?
Yeah.
When you look at Rush with Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl, and you're like, holy crap, this dude is saying Thor. This dude is a phenomenal actor, right? I have not sensed that. And every time we talk about potential fan casting, I say, I don't care about who you cast in a role. I just want to know that you're getting a talented actor. I don't have a lot of confidence here. Now, look, Paranoia was like 7 or 8 years ago. I haven't seen Liam Hemsworth do a lot lately. I've seen a few things there, and he can grow and improve. Channing Tatum is a great example of that. I used to hate Channing Tatum as an actor. Now I think he's great. Mm-hmm. And we could definitely see growth and improvement in Liam. I hope that's the case. But I'm just being honest again. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying I don't have a lot of faith in this right now. It's going to have to win me over when we do eventually see it. Anyway, Chris, you hear about this. What do you think about number 1, Henry leaving the role? Number 2, do you think it has anything to do with Superman? Number 3, what do you think about the choice to get Liam Hemsworth in to replace him in The Witcher?
I definitely think it has something to do with Superman. I feel like that's just going to take up a whole bunch of his schedule, and there's going to be crossover events and all kinds of things. So I feel like that's becoming part of this. And also, he'll have done this show for several years. Maybe he just wants to move on. That could be another factor, is he's done what he needs to with Geralt. I am really bummed out about this, though, because he does do such a wonderful job. He's a huge fan of the source material. He loves the books, and he's actually on set where he'll be like, well, guys, actually what they wrote in this. Only, British and smart. So I'm really bummed about it. But I also wasn't really keen on his casting originally. I didn't know if he could grime up good. I didn't think that was going to work out. He's a very pretty man, and he does an excellent job in this. So I am going to hold off on judging Liam. He's got great comedy chops. He was in a wonderful little film called Isn't It Romantic with Rebel Wilson, where he's hilarious.
So good.
And, if you can do comedy, I've got a lot of faith in you. So I'm hoping that he can really tap into something, and I'm really hoping that he can, get all grimed up and give us that gritty, raw bastard of a man, and I'm not going to judge him yet.
Now, also, let me bring the image back up there. Look, by saying, somebody in the live chat said, John, you say you're not trying to be mean, but you literally just called him a wooden shoe. I'm just joking around, okay? I'm just joking around. I do not think Liam Hemsworth is a wooden shoe. Now, maybe, also, I got to point this out. There are some people, we talk about this sometimes, in the world that are so ridiculously good looking, it just makes you mad at the universe. And like whatever I'm going to say about Liam Hemsworth, bring that image up again.
Oh, okay.
Is you lose it? Well, whatever. Yeah. That maybe I'm just bitter that I will never be that good looking, because that is a handsome dude. I'll say it. He's better looking than his brother. Wow. And I think he's better looking than his brother. He's a super good looking dude, huge modeling career. Listen, he's got so much going for him that I really hope he shows us something. You're right. The one he did with Rebel Wilson, although I wasn't as impressed with him as you were, but I was not turned off by him in that movie. So I'll give him that. I hope he can bring something a lot more. Anyway, Rob, you hear about this, a lot of pieces in play here. Henry's not Geralt. Liam Hemsworth is. Does this have anything to do with Superman? Does it have anything to do with James Bond? I don't know. What do you think about all this? We want to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Stamps.com. Guys, it happens every holiday season. No matter how prepared we think we are for the season, it always turns out we're nowhere near as prepared as we thought we were, especially with our shipping. And right about now, seasonal excitement, or dread as the case may be, is really starting to settle in, especially for small businesses. Slaying through traffic to the post office, inboxes more like a blizzard than a winter wonderland, rushing to send cards and gifts to your loyal clients. The good news is it's not too late to get your holiday mailing and shipping under control with Stamps.com. Sign up now and you'll be printing your own postage in minutes. Because Stamps.com is your one-stop shop for all of your shipping and mailing needs. Get access to the United States Postal Service and UPS services that you need to run your business right from your computer. Up to 86% off. So this holiday season, trade late nights for silent nights and get started with Stamps.com today. Sign up with promo code CAMPIA for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter the code CAMPIA.
Well, for an actor, the lead role of a show to be replaced is a big deal. You know, and for a lead actor to leave a show, which presumably he's getting paid nicely for, leads me to believe that there is a scheduling conflict. And that scheduling conflict is probably pretty damn big because he likes that character. We've seen him talk about how much he likes The Witcher. Tomorrow's November 1st. Tomorrow is the day that James Gunn and Peter Safran take over
DC Studios.
DC Studios is open for business. I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to just guns blazing announce a Superman movie.
I will. I'll say right now.
Because
I believe tomorrow's show we are going to be talking about James Gunn announcing a Superman movie.
We did talk about that exact thing happening. And Henry Cavill basically went on social media. And while he didn't say, yes, we're starting a Superman movie next week or whatever, this to me points to the fact that actors don't just give up good roles in fantasy shows that have huge audiences. Yeah. And he's done this for 3 seasons. It's very odd for this kind of thing to happen. Especially in television, streaming, whatever. So if it's not this week, John, I think for sure, his dance card has been filled. And his dance card was filled with something bigger than The Witcher. And what's bigger than The Witcher? Superman. It's either going to be Superman, and they're not ready to make another James Bond movie. It's got to be Superman.
Now, somebody brought up a really good question, and they asked, well, what about contracts? Like, was he under contract? I honestly don't think he was signed for any more than 3 years.
They only do 3. Yeah.
I don't think he was signed. So you can say that he was committed for and all that kind of stuff, but he didn't just break his contract to walk away. I think he just didn't re-up.
No, and I'll tell you something. If he had a contract for 4 seasons, they would have held him to it.
Yeah.
They don't just let people out. And if they didn't, if it was going to be a fight, we would have heard about it in the trades. The fact is he had a 3-season contract. They wanted to go. And the reason he was able to not re-up is because he's known this was going to happen for a long time. Ever since, I mean, not because of James Gunn and Peter Safran, but because of The Rock. I mean, whether it's 6 months ago or whatever, he knew, nope, I'm not coming back.
By the way, he's also got he's supposed to be in the Highlander reboot, so that's going to be keeping him busy. He's also got a new movie with Guy Ritchie coming out, another spy kind of thing. So he's got that happening as well. There's still a lot of whispers about him maybe being Bond at some point. I grow less and less optimistic about that, but it's still a possibility it could happen. Of course, so he's got a lot going on. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I love Henry Cavill in The Witcher, but he makes it infinitely watchable, but he's not going to be there anymore. Do you think maybe Liam Hemsworth can like step up and really show that this is going to be his breakthrough moment, that he really shows the world what he can do? Maybe he's grown a lot as an actor. Whatever you guys think about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.